Hey there, Drawyah here, and welcome back to Messed up, didn't I? Hey there, Drywall here, and welcome back to XP11, and welcome back to the LevelUp 7800. Today taking flights in South Africa again, flying in FlySafair colours from here in Cape Town to Lanseria. Flight in today just under 2 hours. Should be a pretty good flight this, requested by Nicholas, who has been in channel for a little while now, so fair place to him. And yeah, quite excited this one. So flying the 738, yeah, not quite the 737 on the PMDG over in Microsoft Flight Sim, but until we get 738 over on that platform, X-Plane, Solara, still go-to for it. My headset background's really weird. I don't know why my headset's keep disappearing. Did I say X-Plane? Oh, God, I really messed up the intro, didn't I? Hey there, Drywall here, and welcome to XP11. God, let's try this again, shall we? Yeah, so flight's in say about 2 hours or so, give or take a few. 7800 aircraft we're very familiar with. Let's get this in the air, shall we? We have Comair. I saw they came back, didn't they, Alex? Comair, well, they've been a bit shaky, but I'm sure they've returned to an extent. Beautiful suit. This is my work uniform, Danny. It's my work uniform. Right, first things first, let us get this aircraft prepared, and we have absolutely nothing connected. What a great start, Drawyah. Right, ground services, set the chocks, please. Get a GPU, and we'll get the ground services from Sam up and running. So what data? So flying out of Cape Town into Lanseria, F8316, flying Safair 316. Runway 1 departure time 18:45, that should be about 19:45 to be fair. Update that. Arrival on 07, KH1011, cruising altitude level 370, KH1013, position stand Alpha 10, costing at 5, and the position of arrival should be around stamp Bravo 9. So, getting off the pre-flight, we're going to use a jetway to the aircraft. I don't know if it's actually animated or not, but we have got a jet bridge just to our left, so we're using that. Going to hopefully import our flight info from Debrief, provided it works. If not, we'll just type in manually. Okay, right, we'll get the aircraft up and running first, and then we'll do all the ground services and boarding. So first things first, batteries come on, solar power sets, aided to nav, going to activate the probe heats, going to, that's fine, leave that for now. Actually, I can activate the packs for sake of getting some air conditioning aircraft. We're gonna, well, not pass it away. Right, logo lights stay off as daytime at the moment. Strobe lights can stay in the steady position. Anti-collision lights can stay off for now. Lights we well, that's fine, and we are good to go on the overhead. That's the FMS. Going to go to FMC. Sorry, no worries, Danny, welcome. Right, position. So currently at Foxtrot Alpha Charlie Tango. I do love some of the high cal codes that out here in South Africa. Fala, so I arrive FALA. We've got Fact, FAPE, all your favourites. Right, routing. So passing out of Fact, flying into Fala. It's got Fail out here as well. That's Port Elizabeth, I believe. Flight number today is SFR 316. So yeah, Foxtrot Romeo 316. Runway in use, once the flight plan is going to be runway 01. Nicholas, how you doing? Yeah, sorry it took a bit too long there. I thought, just a few weeks ago, but finally got there, dude. Finally got there. Right, IRS start aligning. Aircraft will get itself moving. Let's get this passengers boarding, shall we? So we need to it manually from here, which is fine. Passenger count today is 128. Payload 13.4, cargo 3.2, and then fuel on board 7.6. Exact 7588. So, passengers. Oh, in kilo. Ooh, okay. I'm going to do this in kilos. Hey Google, what is the average weight of a human? It's not what I asked for. What is the average weight of a person? Let's have a look at Google. Also preferably in kilos. Hey Google, 196 pounds in kilos. 88.9. So, okay. Total payload or passenger weight is 11,379. It's not exactly the most, it's not a great way of doing things, but it's what it'll do. Baggage, at least I can do that correctly. Baggage is the payload 3.2, so 3 ooh, hang on. No, can't see it. Come on. This used to be import from Debrief, I'm sure. 3200. Baggage is I don't know. That. And the fuel on boards. Okay, great, isn't it? 7588. 7588. Okay, about 11 minutes to load the aircraft. We can start loading now. We are going to do safety PACX, so get all that load in the background. I don't have any safety briefings for FlySafair, I can find one unfortunately for this airline, so we have to do the defaults. F316, 37,000 cruise, an hour and 40 on the cruise, with departure approximately departing at 2:45, giving us 25 minutes to departure. 738, 128 passengers, no Wi-Fi, no entertainment, yes, no, sorry, no body music, no safety briefing, yes to snacks, no to meal service, customs not required, flight numbers not continue, and passengers start boarding. Hello Obama, how are you doing? Not too bad today. Finished work. Actually quite quiet today where I work. Thought it'd be a bit busier, but got away with it, I think. Right, flight plan. Nice and simple today, starting off with codes. I'm really hoping that the aircraft got 2 out of date. Quebec 42, because I don't remember seeing any waypoints in this flight. O'clock. Then it's Uniform Quebec 52. Finally, Egg Pop. Execute that. So that's our entire flight plan, nice and simple today. Despite the fact it does take us pretty much cross country, so obviously the airspace out of South Africa, not quite as busy to get in a lot of other places. I'm not complaining by that. As for ATC, I'm actually quite impressed. We have got all of Joburg Centre online, so hopefully they've been online for 3.5 hours. Hopefully they're online when we do get a bit closer to their airspace, at least someone to say hello to. Departure Unicom, however, so we shall prepare that for departure. Greet the passengers and then go through the rest of our setup. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This FlySafair flights 316 from Cape Town to Lanseria. Flight on state 1 hour and 40 minutes, just in front of prepare the aircraft for departure, and we'll hopefully be airborne in the next couple of minutes. If you have any questions, feel free to have a crew. I'd like to visit back, relax, enjoy your flights. As for the destination, right now looking at around 11 degrees centigrade with no clouds currently being reported. Thank you for flying with us. We hope you enjoy your flights. No, definitely not requesting a snack this time, cabin crew. I've just your message, there we go. Yeah, I do like the LevelUp. Maybe the most realistic aircraft in the world, but so in terms of level of detail and extras, it's definitely one of the better ones on this platform. I do quite like it. No Zyber mod for its flight dynamics though. Zyber mod will always be superior for that. I won't never deny that. Holly, welcome back. Thank you for the support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Right, so got to remember around the old Zyber tablet now. So start the flight leg. We'll get the ground services to do our fuel weight and balance. So payload in pounds. I think you change that, can you? Over in the customs, generals, kilos. Yes. Right, try again, shall we? So weight, fuel and balance, payload in kilos. We do that straight away for the aircraft now. At least this will be accurate to. Ooh, hang on. God, we should do from this, I guess. Right, payload 13.4. And our weight, or fuel even, is going to be 7588. Fuel's fine. It should hopefully start to increase the fuel. So call the fuel truck and start fueling. We have fuel, 2 trucks, aren't we going to? No, just 1 fuel truck. That's no problem. So aircraft fueling, passengers boarding. Let's go through our departure reference. So runway 1 is active. Expecting the codes 1 alpha departure. I've got my charts for that. So that's our position stand right now. Codes 1 alpha, it's basically parting to the north and then just fly out towards codes waypoints. Nice and simple, nothing really to it. It also avoids all the mountains to our right hand side to our east. So codes 1 alpha, execute that. Should just jump straight onto the codes waypoint without any discontinuities. All looking good. Head over to our initial reference and plug in our magical numbers. Start off our 0 for weight into gravity, definitely straight the aircraft. Reserves on board today will be, so it's 1686 plus 999, so 1575, 1.57. Cost next is 5. Cruising altitude of 370. And cruising winds, grab that from the winds information. Top line 370 is 291 at 81 knots. Ooh, I hope that's going to be a hotel for us today. 291 at 81. Transit altitude 7,500 is correct. Execute that. Insufficient fuel, I disagree with that aeroplane, but I'm sure that will just continue to load behind us. Yeah, transition altitude, yeah, 7,500 transition for us today. Co-pilot's FMS, you can just sit on the legs page for us for the sake of reference. Clear the one that says insufficient fuel. We've got plenty of fuel for this flight today, so I hope we do. Yeah, every pilot's final word stat. I haven't got enough fuel today. In terms of takeoff today, we'll do a medium D rate for a medium climb performance and head over to takeoff. We'll be using flaps 5 for departure. Let's stabilization, shall we? So yeah, I let the aircraft. Actually, what's our zero fuel weight on this? Let's jump ahead. Zero fuel weight is 55.03, so just 55.0. Let's do that now. N1 takeoff. There, that's more like it. So, 127, 128 to rotate, V2 138. Center gravity from the aircraft, trimming of 4.75. Set that now. Pretty much actually where it is already. When you upgrade consider Windows 11, I can't, Daniel. Apparently my spec's not good enough to upgrade to Windows 11, so I'm just going to stick with 10 for now. Thanks for the food plane, Visual Pink plane. No worries, Holly. This is a nice little livery, this I will say. FlySafair do have quite a nice little livery on their aircraft. It's also got the eyebrows. I presume it's quite an old aircraft. Double check tailcode also airborne, but should overall be a pretty good flight. Right, so we've done our departure, done our legs. We'll grab the wind information for the forecast. So, that's fine. Forecasts. No, don't. Sorry, do that for the descent. Plenty of time for that. So actually, I think we're now pretty much done. So we've got our takeoff and weights and everything all sorted, all calculated. D-rate sets, all looking good. RS is aligned, so we'll do a quick check of the flight plan. Make sure everything is currently looking standard. So legs and steps. Yeah, no problems, no issues with flight plan. Happy with that. Activate flight directors on and on. QNH was 1030. Oops. So suddenly figure out a good way to set up my keyboard on this yoke without too much hassle. My setup's not great, I'll admit, for the yoke. Already designed for it. So 30 set and sets. Flight directors on and on. Road or V2, grab that onto you again. So 138 was it? Correct, 138. That's a bit heavy now. So 127, 1. I guess fine. 138 will do. 2 knots. Not doing anything to us. So 138 set. There's no AC, so straight to cruising altitude 370. Seniors freeware mats. Yes. This is a freeware Cape Town available on the xp11.org website. Again, do quite like it. X's always got some really good freeware sceneries. The aircraft can be a hit and miss sometimes when it comes to scenery. Sim's always been really good for its freewares. Right, set up our yaw damper. Make sure that we've got everything up for positioning. APU can now start with the left hand wheel active, which actually is these ones, sorry. Let APU start. Pre-plan the pushback in anticipation for our departure very shortly. Ground service, in fact, I think we do it off of SAM, can't we? Pre-flights, departure, pushback, we can plan, yes. The departing runway 01 needs to be facing the south. So that's simple. Send Alpha 10 and we'll stick ourselves about there.
Grounded cockpit, plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
Also up Unicom for departure as well, so currently at stand Alpha 10. Taxiway to the runway will be navigating via. So pushing back on to Alpha. than Bravo 1 actually, so the old charts up. Right, pushing back. Yeah, so Bravo 1, Bravo 2, holding Bravo 3. Bravo 1, Bravo 2, holding Bravo 3. Runway 01. Arcing on the coast on Alpha. Transit altitude at 7,500. So, as soon as we're ready for push to start, go straight on to that. Again, I like the old Unicom, may not be the best way of doing things, but it's very, very quick and just lets you send a message out, alert traffic positioning, and so we can do any work. Also, especially if I need to on the ground, remember that's the button for the one today. And yeah, that is us pretty much ready to go now. Passenger board are in pre-flights, everything's ready to go. APU is now available, APU bleed comes on. Disconnect ground power, that's via the tablet, so remove jobs to the GPU. We are currently on the parking brake, so no risk of the aircraft rolling. Fuel pumps come on, there's no sense of fuel, so leave that off. And yeah, we are ready to go. So, let's pull the pushback tug. Sam, that's right, set it up for. Welcome, Future, how you doing? Welcome to the chat, how you doing today, dude?
Grounded cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Sam at the bottom for now. Not too bad, Josh. Not too bad today. How you doing? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the chat. Hope you're doing alright, dude. It's okay to see a few upgrades, a few stand builds, and that kind of stuff. Scenery, not as pretty as Microsoft Flight Sim, never going to deny that. But there you go. Windows didn't work properly. But honestly, I can't fault it for its trying. It's still a very steady platform. Hey there, Jonathan here. Now welcome to YouTube chats. Right, time to move into position. The rate we're going, we might even be able to depart a little bit early, but another 30 minutes expected departure. I don't think it'll take us nearly that long to get anywhere.
All doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
To turn on the anti-collision lights to allow ground crew area now for engine start up. Kill the PACX in anticipation for the engine starts as well. Set the reciprocating sorry. Set utilization back to auto. That's it on for now. Also reciprocating fans. Fuel bleed's active, that's fine. I'll just go to the engines as soon as I get the engines on. Seatbelts, probably an important thing to activate on the ground. Let's just try now. Cool, that's connecting.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Parking brakes released.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Roger that. Thank you there to Josh, your sponsor dude. Thank you very, very much. Welcome to first class. Cool, luxury at the front there, dude. You can board the aircraft, make a left at the door, and well, it takes you right up front, I guess. Thank you very, very much. You are a superstar. Engine 2 starts. Well, try and butter it for you, dude, later. Try and butter it for you. No, thank you very much, dude. I do massively appreciate it. Have you shot flights in through VR? I have once, a long, long time ago. I'd love to do it again at some point though, because it really is gorgeous, gorgeous platform. N224, which is also temperature as the fuel flow increases, and then the throttle output starts to increase.
In some cases, your nearest exit might be behind you. If we need to evacuate the aircraft, there is lighting on the floor to guide you towards the exit. In the event of a decompression, an oxygen mask will drop in front of you. To start the flow of oxygen,
I'm gonna have a sunset during the flight today, so I don't know if we're landing in the actual. I don't know if we get daytime landing. We'll definitely get light horizon and pitch black for landing today, but we'll see how that goes as the flight progresses.
Oxygen is flowing to the mask. If you're traveling with a child,
Engine 2 starts up good. Engine 1 starts. Launch Gen 2.
Keep your mask on until a member of the crew advises you it is safe to remove it. In the event that the
I'll start
pilot
turning very
decides
shortly.
for a swim, a fashionable life vest is located in a pouch under your seat or between the armrests. When instructed to do so, open the plastic pouch and remove the vest.
Engine 1 fuel flow starts. So again, when it hits down 24, start the fuel flow and get the aircraft going. Scottish! Been a while, man. You alright? How are you? Welcome back. Welcome back. Hope you're keeping alright, dude. Hope you've been doing alright. No problem, bud. It's up to you ages ago. That's how I'm going to sub again. I always appreciate the dude. You are a superstar. Right, engine 1 looking good. Switch generators, turn off the APU bleed, APU comes off, and packs come on. Cool. Complete the pushback now. This was my first Flight to Next Plane streaming with the yoke as well, so we're able to give this a proper go as well. Very excited for it.
Operation complete. Go ahead and set the parking brake.
Brake set. When will the PACX 7700? Soon. And so PMDG are making an EFB tablet for the 737. It is on the way. There's no release dates yet for it, but they haven't forgotten about it. Don't you worry, dude. It is on the way. It is very much on the way. Does it still work beyond that? Oh, it does. It's not the not that fast anymore, but it certainly does a job. Right, now let's connect. Still quick check the flight controls. Presume that's yes. Got the proper page. Starts with the elevators. The ailerons, rudder, and the spoilers. Perfecto. Set the flaps down to position 5 takeoff. We can. Hang on, that's good net, is it? It's like an. Well, unfortunately, this aircraft can force it to terminate. So if I, what you can do on SAM, so it's probably not. Pushback. Terminate pushback. And then we'll just force it on this. Better pushback. Terminate, disconnect, terminate, disconnect. Eventually it will move away. Worst case scenario, we can just turn off better pushback from the panels plugin manager. But this time it has worked. So it's not perfect better pushback anymore. Not quite as stable as it used to be. It's not the end of the world. Can we crash the plane? Not today. Limbo, not today. Preferably not ever. Quite like
No
it.
is
Just surviving.
disconnected and bypass bin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Cool. We can set the rotate takeoff brakes and the auto throttle now. And have the neck also come up from the stand. I need to go everything set up configured correctly. If I don't, we'll do that in a second. So yeah, what we can also do is when we start taxiing, we set the throttles to max, get any takeoff warning indicators, means that we are not configured correctly. Hands up on the right, thank you very much, ground crew. Let us announce our taxi intentions, taxi lights on, and let's get out of here, I guess. Parking brakes released. Yeah, no takeoff warnings, which means we are perfecto. Got 8 minutes till scheduled departure, so doing good for time at the moment. This is the LevelUp aircraft, Ahmed. This is the LevelUp 77800NG. It's basically Zybo, but better model, maybe not quite as good as Flight Dynamics. If there's a merge between the two, I'd love to pick it up. Oh yeah, gosh. I mean, to be fair, I don't remember every single person on my on the old channel, but there are some names that do stick around. It's like Scottish. I've not seen you in a little while, dude, but I'm glad you've come back. Kendall, I hope Kendall makes a return at some point. He's been a bit quiet as of late. Dan, DLN19, how you doing? Welcome to the channel, welcome to the chats. Welcome to Drawyah. Daniel, again, I swear Comair recovered out of there recently. Unless they've gone bankrupt again, I swear they recovered out of it like 6 months ago. But when we're in the air, we'll have a quick look at the look at Comair again. So I know they've had some financial struggles. I don't remember. Are they still partnered with British Airways? So that ends during COVID as well. Because I know their partnership was suspended for a little while. The only flying is the opposite of Ryanair. Is it? Is it really? Oh no, low-cost South African carrier, low-cost European carrier. I don't think that's really different, it's just part of what they fly in. Also, boom, eyebrow windows, don't see that very often anymore. Are they now officially gone for good? Okay, that's a shame.
We're prepared to take off.
I don't know, comments on the downloads, I wish I probably would have flown had I ever made it to South Africa on time, but, well, obviously not a chance now anymore. Yeah, they operated 777-200 until very, very recently. I think like the third stream that does seem properly at the plane in ATC. I mean, let's say, I do enjoy flying. I'm not perfect, trust me, I'm definitely not perfect as a 737, but I certainly know enough to get me from A to B without too many problems. Yeah, say, I'm not the best, probably not the worst. I'll just take it as the middle ground. You're very confident. Thank you, Holly. Thank you very much. Welcome to Cyclops, how you doing? Welcome to the channel, welcome to the chat, how you doing today, dude? Taxi down to runway 01. At the moment, okay, Joburg Centre's gone offline. Fair enough, looks like we just be a quiet flight tonight. Let's say pop online for our approach into let's pop back into the approach into Lanseria later. FlySafair, that's a classic advert. Right, quick file check, make sure everything's out of place. Don't take off warning issue, nothing's appeared. Tax for automatics, 37,000 cruise set. Seatbelts on, cabin is secure. So yeah, pretty much ready for departure. We'll hit the runway. Cabin crew, please take your seats for departure. Which comment, sorry Josh? Have I missed any comments? Oh yeah, first you that flights in properly and playing ATC. So I'm sure there are many better than I am. Oh no, there's many better than I am. I'm average compared to most. Scottish, not too bad, dude. Not too bad. Work's picking up. Otherwise, yeah, life goes on, I guess. Each day as it goes. I'm so glad to be back. We're going to try LevelUp soon. We heard it isn't quite. So again, when it comes to LevelUp, the model is fantastic. The modelling is far superior to the Zyber mod. This is a beautiful, beautiful aeroplane. It's not quite. The flight dynamics are a little off, I do find. The flight dynamics are not quite as smooth as the Zyber. It just feels very, very light, very, very slippy, which maybe too slippy for 737. Apart from that, it's honestly not a bad aeroplane. This, not a bad aeroplane by any stretch of the imagination. Any stretch of the imagination. I like it a lot. You're not perfect, but you do a good job. Right, so now it's our departure intentions. Transponder to TAR race set. So we're having that start takeoff intentions. Not going to do a repeat of yesterday, preferably. Still no idea why I took off without takeoff clearance. I've never ever done that before. That's a first for me. Also, what are landing lights? This no, it's on the path apparently. Yeah, I don't know why I did that yesterday. Very, very strange. Oh, no, Zav Geek. You enjoy your wedding, dude. Congrats on the marriage. Right. Chrono 1. Let's get going, shall we? Chrono, if I remember, is that one. Right. 40. Just 1 too stable. One set. Speed live. 80 knots. There you go. How I do stuff for me. B1 rotate.
Right.
Gear up.
Gear up.
What we're doing now, 400 flight director. Get the crosshairs as close to center as possible.
1000.
1000. Okay, I'm just gonna skip that. So I direct next waypoint. Still lights on that little course there. No, I actually disagree with my flight director. Should make him turn to the right, not turn to the left. An aeroplane, too better than this. Go on then, flight director codes. See if that nudges it to life. The answer is no, apparently it does not. Landing gear locked. Okay, I say the autopilot. Let's see what the airplane wants. It shouldn't really be making a left-hand turn at this point. It should be making a right-hand turn. This is taking me on a strange alternative course. Oh, maybe if I chase the LNAV, probably help. I saw I did activate LNAV. I don't know why it's deactivated itself. I'm sure I activated that. Positive. I'll look back and replay later. Flaps position 1. Yes, flying heading mode, which I don't know why it was set to heading mode. I'm positive set to LNAV. Flaps up. We're on autopilot now. The aircraft will take full command of departure. Jet takeoff brakes set. Released even. Set back to 0. Let's fly, shall we? Again, you're not going to get as pretty scenery and visuals as Microsoft Flight Sim, but honestly, this ain't bad. Especially when you get to cruising altitude and look down on the ground below. It's really ain't a bad looking sim, this. Motherboard Krazar, I must admit I don't remember. It's an Asus spec of some sort. I'll have to check that for you later. Do you have the A330? I don't have the A380. I have got the Toyota A340 on that plane, Eric. I do own the A340. Good airplane. I don't fly nearly as much as I should do, to be fair. To be fair, most Toyota stuff are really good. Can't afford them, really. 7,500, 7,000 into sets. And let's continue our climb out, passing through 8,000. So, how are you guys enjoying yourselves so far? Good weekends? I know England playing at the moment. England playing Italy at the Molyneux of all stadiums. I have got a game on my side right now, just keeping an eye on that at the moment. Hopefully we, I hope we get ourselves a win, because we drew with Germany 1-1. Last minute penalty, I must admit, that was a massive sigh of relief for us. Hopefully we'll go forward. Batagal, another one, dude. How are you doing? Welcome back. Oh, all the OGs come back today. How are you doing, dude? Welcome to the channel, welcome to chat, hope you're alright. All we need now is bus driver. Bus driver to make an appearance, and it's like, boom, everyone's come back. Discord link. Yeah, cheers, Holly. Talk to you on the server later, I guess. Passing through 11,000, flight level 110. Again, it may not be Microsoft Flight Sim visuals, but I explain really ain't all that ugly. I like it. I like it a lot. Favourite Flight Sim? It is tough. It's between X-Plane and Microsoft Flight Sim, Krazar. I can't really say which one's the total favourite, because again, Microsoft Flight Sim's visuals are superb, but X-Plane does feel a lot better on the hand. This feels a lot like flying a real aeroplane. Microsoft Flight Sim can be a bit easy at times. Also, again, when it comes to blade element theory and aerodynamics and turbulence, that kind of stuff, X-Plane is superb. I'll go through blade element theory again at some point in the stream. But, so it is tough. It's tough because they are both very good platforms. I think, does Microsoft Flight Sim take the edge just because of the scenery? I mean, flew last night from Dublin to London. I was with a few mates on a IVAO XU server, and again, scenery on that flight was superb. Beautiful, 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 no matter where you looked. There's the sunset on the horizon, sun just behind us, approaching to Heathrow. So, beautiful sim, Microsoft Flight Sim. X-Plane will never get that level of visual fidelity, but again, it's not bad by any means. What's P3 the worst? I wouldn't say it's the worst. It really comes down to what you're looking for in a flight sim. The add-ons P3D are probably some of the best. I mean, you've got PMTG, you've got Flight Sim Labs, you've got Quality Wings. When it comes to third-party add-ons, I'd say P3D is definitely the best. But if you're getting P3D, be prepared to open your wallet for it, because you're going to need it. Also, visuals, probably the weakest lot, but where P3 fails in its visuals and flight dynamics, it certainly picks up some systems and fidelity. Those aircraft fly pretty much just like the real thing when it comes to how their cockpits work. FlySafair the other day, great low-cost airline, number one domestic airline in South Africa at the moment. Very, very good. Yeah, no, Scottish. You take care, dude. I'll see you in another 6 months, I guess. Yeah, you have a good weekend, dude. You have a good weekend. So So we shall continue our climb. ETA right now showing around 2150 Zulu, so about 2 hours of landing at the moment. Hopefully when it gets out to cruising altitude, we'll be able to close the gap a little bit. Also the right hand turn, the inbound waypoint, also will help us a little bit as well. So we get to codes very shortly. 20 miles, make a right hand turn, and that flight pretty much puts us on a direct path. Whoops, yeah, current flight pretty much puts us on a direct path all the way to FlyLive, to our destination, Lanseria, I'd say, yes. Again, Lanseria is kind of like, to be fair, whoever said that this is the opposite of Ryanair, you're wrong again. And FlySafair fly to Lanseria over Johannesburg because, or Tambo even, because it's, again, it's the airport outside the city centre that's cheap, pretty much. Pretty much the same. So yeah, the airport kind of just north of Johannesburg, south of Pretoria, kind of in the capital region. I can never remember what the name of the capital region is in South Africa. It has a name for it, but it's Johannesburg, Pretoria, and somewhere else as well in that region. A few small cities as well. Pretoria and Joburg, definitely the two major ones. Yeah, you have a good weekend too, dude. You have a good one. Again, it's good to hear from you. I won't lie, it is good to hear from you. Yeah, none at the moment, DJ Lucky. Scotland lost to Ireland 3-0. That was quite a game as well. Very passionate from both teams, but Ireland's just got the edge there. I think Ireland's always had a stronger squad than Scotland. Scotland in international football have never been the strongest, but whenever it comes to playing England, that's when they live and go and shine. Because again, history. When was the last time When was the last time England played the Republic of Ireland? Probably a couple of years ago now. When was the last time the Republic of Ireland played Northern Ireland? That's another game I'm sure was well, certainly in the 1990s it was quite the formality. So that the news about Kalu's being stopped at Mango might get left line again. Oh yeah, because I know, yeah, Mango have some. When it comes to South African airlines, again, I'm not going to discredit any of them because aviation is a very heavily regulated industry, but a lot of airlines do see their falls and rises out of safety concerns. Not necessarily crashes, but I think that's what really happens to Comair, where they got a safety directive in regards to some of their aircraft and fleets, and all of a sudden, they just had to stop flying basically for a while, and then it all just went down from there. Again, aviation is very, very heavily regulated. There's a lot of stuff that goes into getting an airplane going, but every so often something does just go out of place and it does force an airline to drop in this part of the world, which is a shame. But health and safety, I guess, at the end of the day, lives are king. If there's any risk of safety, then well, action does need to be taken. Cool, right turn. Let's fly direct to Joburg. I'll still say Joburg the entire flight. Again, I know it's not OR Tambo, but it's pretty much close enough. Speaking of which, I think our last flight in Spain, or at least South Africa, was Johannesburg OR Tambo to Cape Town anyway. Also, that was a Kalula anyway as well. Cool. Talk about returning to the same legs. It's a really comfortable airline, just like the pink wingtips and everything. Delivery is good. I do like it actually. It's not quite a knock air, but I do like this one. I'm not going to lie. Haze on the ground at the moment. Looking too bad. A bit of wing flex as well. A bit of turbulence. Gets this in really excels in. We're lads. What's it called? Enhanced Skyscapes. Enhanced Skyscapes really totally transforms this sim for its visual fidelity. Again, not quite to level Microsoft Flight Sim, but you do get much better rendering of clouds and volumetric haze, and just, yeah, it is pretty. It is very, very pretty. Cool, now heading direct towards Johannesburg, so it's now just a straight line path. I believe I even just head straight to the runway anyway. Runway heading in, yep, 07, so at this point, we are pretty much now flying runway heading the rest of the flight. Some small turns, so at O'clock make a slight left-hand turn, at Annex 2 and Egg Clock make a slight deviate to the right, but for most of the flight now, it's pretty much runway heading, just the very end. Straight line path, we'll be there in no time. I have given DTS a go. I have even made a single video on DTS a while ago in the Act 42. A long time ago now. I have done the DTS in the past at some points. Hopefully, no. I've got the sim. I've got a load of modules for it. I spent way too much money on it for something I don't ever really use. I've got the Thrustmaster Hotas Warthog. I just need to play it again at some point properly. We'll see. Sup Drawyah, big up channel. Maybe I'll do Lanseria to Durban flights one day. Get to the list at some point, MD Crafts. Let's see if this is a list. Maybe Nicholas, same idea. Yes, Kraz up. We're out in Africa today, flying out of South Africa. Why don't you cross the ditch? Cross the ditch. An event I'm missing. IVAO events. Have a quick look. See on the your calendar. Cross the ditch. When do you? Oh, in a VATSIM, sorry. Because I don't use VATSIM anymore, pretty much. I just stick to IVAO and quite happy with it, to be fair. Love the community on there. Can't see much else, I guess. I just prefer IVAO. There's a few past experiences, pretty much, that pushed me from VATSIM in the end. I love to see Oak. Oh yeah, this thing is a beauty, Timothy. It's not the best angle, I guess, in the world for the camera, but I can't fault it really. I mean, the TTA Boeing yoke from Thrustmaster, it's a handy bit of kit. It's based on the 787 design, but pretty much all 787 yokes are the same. Gary Hubbard, Hubby G, how you doing? Welcome through, dudes. Hopefully you're gonna see us butter a landing in the 7.3 today. I can tell you now it's not gonna happen. We're fast King Shaka. I've done King Shaka in the past. Gaming legend. I'm definitely done King Shaka in the past. I've commented on that name before. Lovely airport name. Well, King Shaka, of course, was a historic South African king, who's in the region. I've got on as well, Timothy. Again, it feels so good in the hand. It's such a. It just feels good. I mean, I've been in the cockpit of 737. I've had a fun tour around the yoke, of course, because that's what you do. But this feels. Just the way it's weighted, the way it's balanced, the gyroscope. It is. I like it. It is a beautiful bit of kit. Not exactly the smallest in the world, a bit bulky to move around, but having a single USB at the back which you can plug, unplug and move around is very handy. Set up and move around if you need to. But yeah, I like this a lot. I like this a lot. What was I going to do? So get us cruising altitude, relax for a minute or two, and then we'll look at the approach. Got our charts pretty much all configured. It was approach to runway 07, no star because we fly direct in from a waypoint, which is Egg Pop. Once again, because of how this flight plan works, we're now flying runway heading for the rest of the flights. At this point, it's just runway heading, and landing straight in. It's a beautiful flight plan. This, I absolutely love it. Hey, Drawyah, at what point did you get yourself established on the localizer? Oh, we got established only about, what, 320 miles out? Beautiful. Using the throttle quadrant joystick. I must admit, I don't use the throttle quadrant. I've got it, never used it. I'm quite happy with the Thrustmaster Warthog, the all metal, very, very heavy, great feeling joystick from Thrustmaster. Maybe one day, once I get more space, I'll probably whip it out and have a bit of fun with this. But for now, just using the Thrustmaster Hotas Warthog for the throttle. Have you tried Mexico City by Flymex? Not yet, Unique. I've heard very good things about the Flymex scenery. I'm going to have to try and check it out at some point soon. We'll do a flight there in Mexico at some point. In fact, the quarter of the year. Yeah, cool. So, now reaching cruising altitude, level 370. Been airborne for about 16.5 minutes. ETA now showing, well, passenger space landing about an hour and 26. In reality, 21:29 Zulu. Landing in approximately 1 hour and 21 minutes. So we're about 5 minutes ahead schedule at this point. 5 minutes ahead. It's a crosswind, but coming from behind, 69 knots at the moment, should give a bit of a push for rest of flights. So I've got our approach info. So it's runway 07, we need to Zulu ILS approach. Transition Delta 246 Tango. Do we need that? The answer is I knew where it was. don't think it's that. So 246 Tango, have a search. That is, yeah, we use that, I guess. That one, yeah. So, okay, Delta 246 Tango, we'll use it. Let's get that. Grab that as continuity. Before we confirm it, let's just do a quick flight plan check. So, zoom in. Yeah, yeah, that's fine, really cool. Execute that. Confirm the approach in. Going to head over to the destination forecast. Going to plug in the winds expected for our descent into Lanseria. So do it from top descent 37, 20, and 10. So 370. 200. I'll give Airbus credit. You can put a lot more information to the winds on that aircraft compared to the 73, so it's a bit more limited, but you don't really need most of that info. The aircraft will do most of it on itself. This just kind of gives it a basic calculation to what to expect. 248 at 47, 370. 20 is 278 at 9, so winds do drop very, very quickly. Once we hit 10,000 feet, winds are now reporting 349 at 7. That's cabin rate, actually that's fine. Transfer altitude 9,000 feet, just confirm that with the charts. The approach charts, which we're not getting to the departures. No, it's inside, okay. 107. So give us a transition altitude on this. Yes, it is 8,000 feet. There we go. Change that to 80. Cool. 2201 in South Africa, very good. Great 2101 here in London. So done all that. Let's draw a few fixes as well. So I'll grab the runway 107, paste it here. We'll do a radius of 370 cruising, so 369, 7, 14, 21, 101 miles. Is that correct? No, the way around, so we delete that. Slash 101. Shift for a circle, perfect. Slash 10, and then slash 4. So we've got one for our top descent, thereabouts, one for 10 miles top of the localizer glide slope, and then 4 miles going to be fully configured for the approach and landing. Also make sure that our frequency is tuned correctly, so we're going to... Hey Gary, yeah, I know, you've finally drilled it into me, I'm not perfect, but we're getting there, we're getting somewhere, progress being made, hurrah. What am I doing? So I'm going to initial, go to, 110647 and then 066, so 1107. Do the same for you quickly. 107 for reference. Course is 066. So it's out for the left. To the right. Also for the centre. So again, we're heading 072. 66 is not that far off. Runway heading all the way in, baby. Can't never say that again. Jeez, that was horrible, Drawyah. You do not flirt ever. Right, also for the code slide, we'll grab the VOR frequency, which is 0117.4. I reference Email Victor. So 117.4. Set that on the active. And then probably a bit too early to do it, but screw it, we'll do it now. I'll switch over to VOR 2. Right hand sides, and when we're about 120 or so miles from the airport, the DME should pop up, give us an indicator where the airport runway position is, and give us the mileage to the airport. I think that's pretty much everything we need to go for now. Grab the approach speeds and confirm the wind direction at +5, so it'll be 143 +5. Approach speed will be 148 knots. A bit high that. The winds and Lanseria will get there a bit closer. Apart from that though, everything's pretty much good to go now. So sit back, relax, enjoy the rest of the flights. the passengers, shall we, first? So, who's on board our flight today? If you spot any names, give us a shout, and we'll have a look at their stats. Don't think there's going to be too many names I personally recognise, but you never know. You never know, someone may pop out for me. So we have a mix of South African stroke Dutch names, so there's a few internationals on boards. Nobody really stands out for me today. Nope, no one today, just standard cabin for the passengers. Just says just the Ryanair cabin that I've got here for now, but it works pretty much for all the aircraft. 189 seats, a couple of the wing exit rows, wall in front of the right side, nothing in front of the left yet. It's just a standard max capacity cabin, just happens to be that of Ryanair, back twice from the rear of the aircraft, not quite on the back galley. Cool, so we've completed the approach, we've got the flight all good to go. Yeah, everything's looking good. In terms of progress, we are about 20% of the way there, so about a fifth of the way there already. 21 Zulu expected arrival, it's currently now 20:05, so an hour and 15 minutes till landing. Yeah, that on time, yeah, we should be about on time today. Don't see it being too far behind that. Scenery, the terrain. It's not quite much to flight sim level, but really ain't bad. This really ain't bad. I feel like X-Plane, honestly, is a bit underrated with scenery. I mean, it's not perfect. It looks good, don't get me wrong, it does look really good. But, yeah, it's not MSFS. It really ain't terrible. It's underrated. Sabia Brahms minimums, also preset connection on standby. Oh, yes, I remember that now. Right, so if I go to... That's it. It's not the FMS, you just have to scroll it. Right, so QH on standby, grab the... whether it's... 0, QH is 1030, which I think is already what it sets to from departure. That. So it's 1013 apparently. Okay, 1030. 1030. 1030. Show it apparently. That'll do. And QNH is going to be right. So minimums ILS 502. God, I actually airport this 5020. Or if I'm being easy to myself, if I barometer. Scroll this forever, get to 5,000. What I'm going to do. So radio altimeter is 4,909. Was it the wrong one? Oh, sorry. I'm Class C. Sorry, 209. I'm Class C aircraft. No, what I was reading there. And again, what's the difference between? Was this what max center gravity? Explain. What's the difference between 4.2, 3.5, and 2.5? That's barometer 4. Yeah, so that's one's 4730, 209 on the radio altimeter. I think probably wrong there. Go for let's say 4730. Gonna be here forever. So minimum climb gradient on this approach. Okay. So when we apply math on this approach, then cool. Okay, that makes sense. It depends on the performance of the aircraft in the go around. Determines what's gonna go out. So that's fine. Oh yeah, I could do that. Oh, that's much quicker. Sorry, I got me really excited there for a second. That was much quicker. Oh, 11 off. Cool, 4730. And now we can sit back, relax, enjoy the flights. Not bad, eh? Not bad. So they're going to sit behind us on the horizon, so I presume this will be a nighttime approach. Therefore, I will need to out some cockpit lighting for the landing today. So getting a bit of kind of bright this up. That's midpoints for now. Same for you. Yes, Lights back and X-Plane today. Haven't given up on this platform entirely. I do still like it with X-Plane, as I've modded, well, LevelUp. Yes, I know, Gary, I failed you. I'll beat myself later. I do like the sim. It's not perfect, but there are things that X-Plane does a lot better than Microsoft Flight Sim. So as it comes to how the aircraft feels, the dynamics, there's a lot that X-Plane is superb in, so I do like it. Percent wins, we're ahead of you, Gary, I think, possibly. Yeah, done. Done the forecasts. 370-200-100. This is nothing else I've missed out on. I'm sure when we land the other end on the VC for a bit, and we'll have a little debrief. I'm glad you're enjoying it so far. Glad we're doing something right finally. We're taking the 6 months and a couple of drunk. Okay, I do appreciate it. That's like what, 20 beers I owe you? August. Oops. Someone's stream on Discord. Go away. Actually, that's what you pay. That's what you pay. Thanks, Microsoft Flight Sim. You get to this platform now. Can't tell the difference between Microsoft Flight Sim and X-Plane. Even when you use somewhat proper gear, you now have very, very good. We'll talk about it. Also, I just realised when I was at work today, I picked up a bottle of water. This is going to be something totally noticeable. But I picked up a bottle of water at Harrogate. And yeah, Harrogate, they're the brands that British Airways give out in their flights. I've got a mini Harrogate from British Airways when I flew to Manchester, and a big Harrogate from work at the Urban Express. So I've got 2 Harrogate bottles of water. I never drank them because they're just so tiny, I've never used them. There you go. Big Harrogate from work, little Harrogate from British Airways. Don't know why that has anything to do with this FlySafair streaming 737, but I just have it. I must admit, Harrogate water is not my favourite. Something about the taste just doesn't taste right to me. It's not bad, it's not my favourite. It's not my favourite tasting water. Eden's pretty good, Smart Water's pretty good. Harrogate, it's not my favourite. So we're up at cruise, plotting now for 30 minutes, or at least 30 minutes to start takeoff run. 21-21 so ETA as it stands. We're not using live time at the moment, so the progress pages should be for the lies. 18:23 Zulus when it says we're going to arrive. Right now it's 17:10, so actually we can predict an hour and 13 minutes. Okay, so not quite as edgy as I thought we were. Not at the moment, Elias. I have had to pause the pilot's license. The school I was doing it with closed down during COVID, and so I'm afraid I'm a bit stuck on progress. I'd love to do the pilot's license at some point. I need to continue at some point because I just absolutely adore flying. But I have got better things to spend $6 grand on at the moment, like saving towards a mortgage. Then again, flying's a hobby and I do enjoy it as well, so we'll see. If any flight schools want to sponsor me, I'm up for offers. It's all good. All is good. So how about you guys in chat so far? Enjoying yourselves? You guys keeping well so far? Good a weekend? Back to work tomorrow morning, starting at 7 AM, finishing at 3. Hey, flying a job then? Well, that's the whole point of YouTube, isn't it? Fly virtual airplanes and real money. Woo! A bit of a flash now. So the bomb went off. Yeah, so the sun's just on the horizon basically, and what's happened is that the sunlight's kind of just tips below the top of the windshield, kind of just somewhere behind. Again, Microsoft Flight Sim, definitely better for the graphics and visual fidelity. Explain, you focus more on the flying than just how it looks. I went flying a friend's plane, flew at 15, very good. My very first flight was when I was at 19, I think. Flew an Icarus C. No, before that I flew the Flight Design CTSW. That was my very first flight. 19 years old. Then again, I do actually fly as a passenger so much these days, I really need to learn to fly myself. Spend £6 on the licence, or spend 13 quid on a Ryanair flight somewhere across Europe. Flights planned for this year so far are London to Oslo, Oslo to Tampere, Helsinki to London, London to Dublin, Dublin to London, London to Edinburgh, London to Paris, Paris to London. So I've got 8 flights scheduled so far this year, and it doesn't even include the trip I want to do to New York in September. That, however, needs more planning. Currently flying from Seattle to Los Angeles. Cruise entertainment, very good, Timothy. You've come for cruise entertainment with more cruising, dude. You could do better than this. How you doing? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the chat. How you doing today? Yeah, no, so far so good. Yeah, costs configured. Everything's looking good. We'll do a check of the flight plan and the speeds and the weights and everything we start descent later on. But for now, this is pretty much bang where I need to be. Oh wait, did I? Oh, I never have planning lights. Whoops, daisy. As I haven't turned them off yet. Off, 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 off. Nobody saw that. Aren't allowed to try and find more pilots decided to leave when COVID laid them off? Yes, at the moment. Well, you should know this because you were one of the pilots laid off during COVID. Yes, there is a lot of hiring at the moment. So that's in the was it DHL that reduced their minimum pilot hour requirements to actually fly. So there was a cargo airline that dropped everything pretty much for new entries. But, there are changes in the industry. There's a lot that's going to happen. Even the airports right now are suffering behind, but at the same time, you've got quite a strong hiring initiative at the moment, so there are upsides, there are downsides. Adela, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the chats. How are you doing today? Hope you're keeping well. So far, so good at cruise. Max 0.74. Probably could increase that a little bit if we need to, but we'll leave it for now because it's 5 to use. Yes. So if Ria wants to, just oh, you can't. How's it work at 737 again? Oh, speed intervention, that's it. So if everyone wants to pre-increase cruise speed at 78, so I'll get us in a bit early and just press that to reset it. Go on then, we'll do that. So max 78, let's just keep the cruise going. Yeah, Holly, if you've got the finances and the willingness, then yeah, you can become pilots. It's not an impossible career choice, it's not easy, it's not impossible. I'm supposed to load the arrival at some pilots, and loads the final waypoint, which is the IAF. And this approach fix, then needs to then load the star and the approach. Yeah, Gary's the old expert for this, but yeah, like he says, because again, certainly on the approach side of things, that can always change when you fly. I mean, right now it's runway 07 because the winds are currently blowing at 2304 knots. If those winds were to change to go to 180, all of a sudden, we wouldn't be landing on 07 anymore. We'd be looking at an approach onto runway 25, which is an IVAO approach. Last time I did an IVAO approach on this aircraft, I pictured it, so preferably do not change. Yeah, so as I said, the approaches can always change, especially on long haul flights where a lot can change. So potentially, when you're departing, when you load the aircraft in, this is what's key. So departure, airport, your arrival run, your departure runway, your SID, and your routing until your approach. That's one importance. That's very unlikely to change. The flight plan generates just before you fly, and therefore that's pretty much fixed to the moment you generate it, to the moment you fly. Depending on the duration of the flights, that can always change. And this is a terrible example. Let me find out the flight plan actually has a star, because this airport does not have any stars. It's terrible. Sunsets to Brussels, there we go, that's what we did yesterday. So yeah, departing runway 22 on deck sling to runway departure. This is all important, this is all fine. Until we get to this point here, this is pretty much fixed. So the flight plan's generated an hour or so before your flight. This is already fixed. The winds won't change that much. Departure will very unlikely change based on your initial waypoint. That very likely won't change. The winds, however, can change on arrival, the runway can change, a new star can be input, traffic, of course, can also play a part. Your star can change, your runway can change as well, and so that's what you need to kind of keep an eye on for the late stage of your flight. Of course, listen to ATC for any changes that are ahead, but all you need to load in is your waypoints, hate the PDF here on Edge. Load your waypoints in, and then set your departure based on the ATC requirements, and your arrival based on ATC requirements over there as well. Hence, you read your NETA information, your ATC information. Superfly, how you doing? Welcome to the channel, welcome to the chat. How do you today, dude? You keeping alright? Right, so it's been for a while. Got yourself the Phoenix 320 PMG-73 last week. I had back and flights after 3 months. They are good aircraft in fee. Again, the PMG-73, the Phoenix 320, very, very good aircraft. Can't fault them really. I do enjoy flying them. Harzu, oh god, all the OGs come back today. Harzu. Hey Drawyah, let's defend body yoke. Looks like you did on that sim. How to get to splits. Very good. Yes. Finally bought the Boeing TCA, and I adore it. It feels fantastic, looks fantastic, the weighting is fantastic. It's a very, very good yoke, this. Glad I picked it up. I think it's actually, so I was on the IVAO XU voice chats, actually, I think it was on voice chats. I was working, so I was just kind of chatting on the topic side of things. I was like, hey, I just bought the TCA Airbus. You want to see it? So I had a look at it, I was like, that's pretty cool. I've got the joystick anyway, never had a yoke before, so sod it. Spend 500 quid and buy myself a yoke, and just came next day, and I love it. Welcome, Eden King, how you doing? Welcome to the channel, welcome to chats. This is the LevelUp Zen 3 Superfly. This is the LevelUp. Not quite as, well, again, it's flashier than Zybo in terms of its model, not as flashy in the flight dynamics, the Zybo does feel a lot better. But this one looks better, so visual model fluent, I guess. This is where I let myself down. What sensitive sensor do you for the yoke? Just standard 1-to-1, Roger. I don't use any curves, I don't use anything really fancy. I just do it 1-for-1. So if I turn 45 degrees on this, turn 45 degrees on the yoke. What used to do Lufthansa? Not quite sure about that, I'm afraid. When will Unicom voice chats like that, so you know? Again, something they've mentioned they want to do at some point in IVAO. It's a case of, well, really it's a case of when. I mean, voice META is kind of around the corner now. It's in testing, I believe. It got announced a little while ago. Unicom's a little further off, but with the new voice codec and voice servers now replacing the old shards, thank God shards are gone, this has been so much more stable. Yeah. Hopefully, it's not things too far off now, but again, it really comes down to how TeamSpeak can interact with flight sim as well. But that, yeah, I'm not techie enough to say how any of it works. Well, we'll see. Let's see. Time will tell. Time will certainly tell with IVAO's tech departments and how they're expanding things. It does buy 350, but some reason can't find a single one. Yeah, that's because there is none on flight sim yet, Elias. The sim is still brand new. There is a freeway development, which is pretty good. Can't remember the developer for it. Nothing on the payway market yet, so I'm afraid 350 you have to wait a bit longer. Unless you can make do with the old what do you call it? The old who are they called? Flight Factor. Let's do the old Flight Factor and explain. I think you've done alright with Master Flight so far. You've definitely got yourself into it, dude. So I'm glad you're one of us now. Glad you're one of us. Have you got your landing pressurization set? It's very high airports. Good point, actually. No, I have not. Airport elevation is where runway elevation is 4521, so 4,500. So that's on the overhead now. Alright, it's at the landing altitude pressurization because this is a high altitude airport. So as we descend, the aircraft will just kind of balance out the pressurization in the cabin. Keep things relatively stable. Just reduce a good old air popping used to fuel in these aircrafts. Should be able to tell if the A350 is good. Yeah, if it comes to A350, Elias, you will be the expert. I'm sorry, Gary, but when it comes to 350s, he's the expert, not you. You may know your 737s and your A320s and your 7700s and your Michael O'Leary jets. The little private fleet you got, but you ain't gonna get through for I'm afraid, from Finnair. Right, so yeah, we have increased our cruise to Mach 0.78. That has actually killed a few minutes for us, so we should get a little bit early now. You're an Airbus amateur. Again, I'm not going to scream out your whole work life story, don't you worry. But you get what I mean. With the everyone's favourite F1 racer. Flying LAX to the Heathrow 748, very good, Lee. Which airline are you flying with today? Who are you flying with? Also, are you on IVAO? If you are, we'll track you. If not, we won't track you. Sunset's going to come down slow now. So, just as a point of visual reference, this 737-800 sunset over South Africa. This A320 sunset over somewhere of the Irish Sea. There is a slight difference. There is a slight difference. Again, I can't fault it. X-Plane's not developed for its visuals, it's developed for its realism in terms of dynamics. This is why X-Plane exists. This, my friends, is called Development Theory, and essentially what this is airflow being simulated around the aircraft, hitting it around the shape of the body simulates the airflow. See, it's actually shaking it right now because of the turbulence. You see that's updraft from the ground? Yeah, we've updraft from the ground. Look at the terrain down below. So as the air hits the aircraft, see it bends. I'm going to kind of flat on. You see behind the wing, it drops a bit, it bends. And when the aircraft hits the tail of the aircraft, it bends upward slightly. So based on the shape of the aircraft, it affects the airflow around the body, and that is what explains calculates the red element theory. This is what calculates the airflow, and based on this simulation, then determines the how the aircraft feels in different stages of flights, while also being affected by different weather conditions around the aeroplane. Also, wake turbulence. Okay, 737-800 not a great example because it's got the wing tips on it, but you can see, if we just press C and the aircraft fly past, not by 737. So you can see the wingtip vortexes do get bigger and bigger and bigger as they get further from the aeroplane again. It's still reduced because of the wingtips. But if another aircraft were to fly in this, then you'd certainly feel it in the airflow. Let's try and take off 183 at some points in this sim, just to see how it all feels. But like I said, when it comes to dynamics, X-Plane is king. No one can deny that. X-Plane is king. Yeah, proper fluid simulations, Elias, definitely. What's in best of visuals, do you think? What's in best of visuals, Superfly? It's Microsoft Screenshot Simulator. No one denies that for a second. I mean, there's a screenshot, I'm sure you'll be alright with me sharing it. There's a screenshot shared onto the IVAO Discord yesterday. I'll try and find it. Here you go. One of our members, one of the group members, Bradley, shared this wing view yesterday. Approach, and just, that looks like a real fight. I mean, look at this. That looks superb. It just looks like, if you showed this to someone with an untrained eye and told them, or said if this was real, they'd believe you because it just looks that good. There's a few minor defects, like some of the clouds do oscillate a little bit, and there's a little bit of smudge on the flaps, maybe it looks a bit digital, but for the most part, it just looks, it looks superb. I've also got a screenshot as well, actually, one of my flights. I think it was a Jersey flight. Was it Jersey? It was a Jersey flight I did, which had a pretty good wing view as well. Not that one. I think it's that one. Yeah, that's the one. I mean, look, just the way the clouds form. It just, if the weather wasn't so dirty, you'd probably get a tell straight away. But it's just, yeah. Which sim looks better? This or this? You decide. Sorry, X-Plane. Try your best, but the visuals, flight sim is king. Random fam, how are you doing? Welcome to the channel, welcome to the chats. Not too bad, dude, not too bad. I am pretty good. So that's a good way through cruise, aircraft looking good. You had Microsoft Flight Sim, but your PC stops working. Ouch, sorry to hear that, dude. Hope you get things up and running soon. It's a great screenshot. You managed to trick people before the screenshots of NSF is funny. Very, very good. I'm missing. Check it later. Does Butterfly Sim even have simulator weight turbulence? I don't think so, Elias. It simulates updrafts. It simulates. I don't really use. There's mods to make thermals work, but it's not by default. Yeah, it doesn't really do weight turbulence. Wind shear, I believe wind shear does exist, Superfly, but the Sims live weather is just not capable of actually performing them. You could create them setting a manual weather, custom weather settings if you tried, but certainly not going to get it with the live weather, default weather, because it's just not good enough for that. Right, I'm just going to pop to the loo 2 seconds. I'll be back in approximately 5 minutes, probably less than that actually. Pop to the loo. Back in a moment. Hello again. Right, back in the cockpits. Let's see how we're doing. Sun has set. It's nice and dark outside. I see red flashing right ahead of us, actually. I know it's part of the aeroplane, is it? It's our strobe just reflects on the windshield, apparently. Pardon me. Yeah, okay. Might turn on some. Increase the panel brightness. Probably stick the. Where are you? The home lights up here. Just dim for now. Yes, what am I missing, chat? So, yes, Holly, there are plans to do another flight with Gary at some point soon. The thing we just need to figure out is when do our work schedules basically match. Oh, did I bring the yoke, did I? Come back, yoke, come back. I'll get the yoke back, there we go. Yeah, make sure that our work schedules kind of work. And we have a couple of days off where we're together, we can plan a share cockpit and get that going. Because I know people really enjoyed Gary on the stream. He really. Well, you guys in chat really loved him, so certainly getting back on for another one. I mean, I really enjoyed it. I learned all about the 77 more than ever in that flight. Also, a lot of comments about how I get the Asian's career as well. It was a good flight, it's a good stream, and Gary, you were a superstar, as ever. Right. Watching YouTube videos actually took a while, very good, Lee. Glad you found these handy. What do I use? I use the Thrustmaster TCA Boeing. This is the Boeing joystick from Thrustmaster Boeing yoke from Thrustmaster. I have got a Thrustmaster joystick. I use the Hotel Sportshog, which is this one. But I also make use of the Boeing yoke, which I do quite like. Very good at hardware. This very good. And flight progress on the old WebEye. So I don't think we get much in AT. Unfortunately, they've yeah, we would have been in Joburg Centre now, but they left us. Are we only inbound to Lanseria at the moment? The answer is yes. The aircraft, well, the nearest aircraft is this one coming into window work right now from Frankfurt. A 330. No, Eurowings apparently. Eurowings Discover. Oh, like that. Fair play. Ah, they just reconnected. I presume you disconnected from his cruise, which is fair. Still enjoying our mega runway heading flight so far. In fact, runway heading 066, 067, we are actually pretty much back on the approach already. East Coast Canadian, how are you doing? Yes, we are back. Engine, how are you doing? Enjoy yourself playing flight gear. I have used flight gear in the past. I never used it in main things. I always had FS 2004, FSX, X-Plane, Flight Sim World, or Microsoft Flight Sim to keep me going. But I have downloaded flight gear in the past, and actually, for a freeware flight sim, it really is good. Actually, I probably would. One day I'll probably cover in the channel. I don't know when I'll do it, but it is, for a freeware flight sim, one of the best. Yeah, we're now for an hour and 4 minutes. Shooting for an hour and 32 now. Yes, coast, that is the police outside. Delia, I'm not too bad. I am not too bad. How are you doing, Delia? How are you doing? Welcome to the channel, welcome to the chat. Top percent right now is about 60 plus 80. That's terrible to say. 140 miles or so to top percent. So we'll get there in about. According to the ETA right now, top's half an hour to landing apparently. Let's just go through the progress. So right now in sim time is 1744. Top percent marks is 1801. So we're about 15 minutes till top descent right now. 15 minutes till top of descent. Flight's progressing well. Passenger satisfaction 94%. So no real complaints from the back at the moment. I'll continue during the descent down. We've got 4 cabin crew, 132 was it? 132 passengers. 128 passengers on board today. Sorry, 132 total. And then two pilots up front, so 134 souls on board today. Passengers a little bit hungry, a little bit tired, a little bit thirsty. I'm sure cabin crew hopefully get another round of service through the airplane at some point soon. No complimentary sex, I'm afraid. Not on low cost carry up, but not bad. Thank you, subscriptions and like. Do you see my profile pic? Let's have a look, shall we? Not particularly, I'm afraid. Very, very small and very, very blurry. No clue what the airplane is doing. Would love to try and learn from you. Well, you've come to the right place. No, you haven't. There are better chances out there for explaining. Right now, we're at cruising altitude, aircraft length level 370, Mach decimal 78. We've already got the approach configured, so the ILS for the runway is 110.7, as referred to by our charts. 110.7. Got the VOR VOR frequency set to 117.4, which is the Lanseria VOR just by the airports. Heading 066 also configured as well. Flight match computers all set up for landing, so we've got our forecast winds in place, we've got our approach star set, so runway, well, ILS 07, no star available. Flight plans all configured, and we've got to do is wait for our top of descent. Phone's vibrating, why? It's bedtime apparently. No worries, Apostolis. You take care. You have a good evening, dude. Have a good night. No idea what the airplane's doing. Yeah, again, if you get into flight sims, Ollie, the more you fly, the more you practice, the better you do get. Same for everyone. The more you fly, the better you do get. A link to non expensive rudder pedals. What? So I use the Thrustmaster rudder pedals. I can't remember the name of them. Just the Thrustmaster ones. I do recommend them. They are pretty good. Cheap-ish hardware. Maybe not the most realistic in the world, but they do a good job. They do a job well. So yeah. When it comes to hardware, I like Thrustmaster a lot. Thrustmaster throttle, Thrustmaster yoke, Thrustmaster joystick, Thrustmaster rudders. I like Thrustmaster. I did use an old SATEC aviator in part on my very first joystick. I do like it a lot. In fact, on my mate's birthdays, bought him a Thrustmaster, the SATEC aviator joystick, because it's just a really good bit of hardware that for a beginner, basic, not too expensive, and does the job well. So if you want a joystick, really basic, get yourself the SATEC aviator. I like it, feels alright, buttons and switches are handy, does a good job. A little bit of money to spend, go Thrustmaster. Oh, you just joined, sorry. Oh, okay. Just agree for good night, no worries. Good evening, as more said, but good night works. I guess sun has set. It's going up to 10 PM now, UK time. So that's very nice, eh? Get ready for work tomorrow. Yeah, no, so far so good. So I'll get back to the next plane again, of course. Nice to about this sim for some little while. Bit dark, a bit boring, I must admit. I do apologise for that, but you get that with nighttime flights over the desert. That's for the town on the left-hand side there. There's these few small towns just around us. So we're coming down to Kimberley on our right, Backley west, and Warrington to our left. We'll hit our top descent soon. We're going to fly pretty much just over the city of Johannesburg, so we get to see a lot of that when you approach today on our right-hand side. Smooth progress, so far so good. What's my current true airspeed? Right now, we are reporting 449, about 449 knots. Give or take a few for the winds. 44 knot tailwinds, that's going to push quite nicely. You have to save a few minutes with the faster 0.78 cruise. Whereby, so yeah, it says about 24 minutes of remaining on the as the crow, well, as the, what's the saying again? As the crow flies? It doesn't sound right to me now, so I think that is the saying. Why have I forgotten the saying? Yeah, well, 24 minutes expected, in reality it's about half an hour or so, but we'll make good progress with that descent shortly. Pictures of the knees. Ah, you're one of those accounts, are you? Okay. Right, Delia. You're really good at Flight Sim 98 and 2000, Hand Paint 2000, 22 is no flight sim experience. For me, to be fair, when it comes to me and flight simming, I mean, first flight sim I got was well, actually, I had a copy of Microsoft Combat Flight Sim back in the day, but very little memory of that apart from crashing to the ground a few times. The first flight sim I got and really flew was F2004. Then moved on to FSX, and then I kind of just stopped playing flight sim for a few years. For about 5-6 years, I just stopped. So it never really gained my interest. It just kind of faded away. But one day I just decided to go flight sim again, did a short flight, got really into it again, and well, the rest is history, I guess. And it started. Then I got so using FSX. Then I got XP11. Then so we'll go through my sim. My very first was combat flight sim. One of them, I can't remember which one. FS 2004 was my first proper flight sim I got into. Then I got into FSX. Then I kind of just dropped out of FSX for a few years. Got back into FSX. I have got 3 fingers, sorry, I'm not doing that, sorry, I'm doing that. Got into FSX, then I got into X-Plane. Made that my main sim. I had X-Plane, sorry, but FSX was still my main sim. Then I got into Flight Sim World, and Flight Sim World became my main sim for a short bit. From Dovetail Games, actually really enjoyed that one, the cloud was great. Then Flight Sim World shut down, and at a similar time, I then retired FSX in favour for X-Plane. Then I got into Microsoft. Then I got into I bought P3D, so that's Flight Sim 6, P3D. Then I never got into P3 properly, so that kind of just died down very soon after. But then I moved on to Microsoft Flight Simulator, Flight Sim number 7 total, and it's kind of where I'm at right now. So X-Plane and Microsoft Flight Sim are my main go-tos. P3 I never really got into. FSX, so I retired after way too many years. When moving for FSX though, that was a big risky one because I had all my payware add-ons and airport seniors for FSX. I spent a lot of money on that platform. Moving to X-Plane, it just kind of, yeah, it was scary at first because I had to spend so much money, but eventually the Zybo mod and freeware mods and stuff won me over, and I just transitioned over to X-Plane. But Microsoft Flight Sim came out and it's just blew everything out of the water. I have FS Realistic for Flight Sim. I don't have XP Realistic at the moment because my key's got a small problem at the moment because I bought it on the FS Pilot store, which no longer exists, so I no longer have access to my key. I've dropped some email supports to the guys behind Arcade Apps and hopefully get a replacement soon. Yes, GC Origin Facts, Dovetail Games released 2. In fact, Dovetail Games officially released 3 flight simulators. They released FSX Steam Edition, or they were the distributor of it. Still Microsoft Flight Sim, but distributed by Dovetail on Steam. They released. Really weird like that. Then they released Dovetail Games Flight School, which was the first basic flight sim just to test the water. And then from Flight School, moved on to Flight Sim World. And then they introduced those really fancy cloud graphics, which are fantastic, and then it just kind of disappeared from there, really. There is a story behind why Dovetail lost the simulator stuff. They told me what the story was, so I don't know if I'm allowed to repeat it or not, so I won't out of respect. But, yeah, it's an interesting story, but it does make sense when you know the kind of ins and outs of it. Cousin is Black Hawk Crew Chief. Very good. Plays flights all the time. I watched them in 2001, 2007. Having watched because I was trying to keep the flight hours up. Fair play. Fair play. So I presume US Air Force or US. Well, it's really Air Force or US Army, I guess, for the Black Hawks. Not really the Marines. Definitely not the Navy, I don't think. Could be wrong though. US military's ain't my specialty, I'm afraid. What's the worst airport I've ever been through? Worst airport I've been through in real life, I presume, probably be. Call me crazy if you want. Worst airport I've been through is London City airports. I mean, I've only made one arrival in the city, but on that arrival, I had some lost luggage on the aeroplane. The customer service there was non-existent. I returned the next day to speak to someone. Check-in desk was all. The whole airport was empty. And this was before COVID as well. This was back when things were normal. And yeah, I kind of got fobbed off and never saw my luggage again, which was really, really annoying. So, sorry, City Airports. You're convenient, but you lost me as a passenger. So I now actively try to avoid that airport wherever I can. Which is a shame because it's a fun approch, but they mess around with me quite badly. So sadly, I'm not going to go through a city again. Black Hawks are, well, they're American helicopters, so you presume in America. Worst airport outside the UK? Difficult to say. I've never had too many bad experiences at an airport. I'm not the biggest fan of Milan Bergamo, which is the small airport to the north, because that get really bad during traffic congestion, but not didn't get any issue with the flight overall. Again, to be fair, Bergamo's not a bad airport. It's just too busy during rush hour. Let me go through my quick list on AppInTheAir. I'm just going to go through my airports and see if there's anything in that stands out. Right, so airports. Let me go through every single airport I've been through. Does it tell me? There you go. Yes, it does. Right, let me go through every single airport and give you an opinion. So first off is Vienna. Vienna, yeah, no complaints. Good airports. The way they get the security in the GTV, that's a bit awkward, but it's not bad. Zurich's pretty good. Actually, no, Zurich I did not enjoy. The arrival at Zurich's fine. Departing from Zurich, because it's basically a shopping centre they built an airport around, and actually Zurich was horrible to navigate around. I'm sorry, the signage there was not great. So no, Zurich's an airport I did not enjoy. Arrival was fine, but departure was messy. Berlin Schönenfeld, that was alright. Berlin Tegel, again, pretty alright. Although I went to Tegel 2 weeks before it closed, so all the shops are closed. Hamburg, yeah, can't complain. Lovely terminal, the entry lounge is fantastic. McDonald's like third level next to space rockets. Copenhagen Kastrup, yeah, Kastrup again, no complaints, good little airport. Tenerife South is nice, like that airport. Helsinki Vantaa, one of my favourites in the world. Beautiful airports, wooden finishing, very, very good. Loppen Vantaa, again, no complaints, small little airports, facility wise quite limited, but does its job. Paris Charles de Gaulle, lovely airports, very good construction. Biarritz, small little airport, does its job well. Probably biggest security I've had during airports, had to go with having camera outs. Lyon Saint Exupéry, again, nice little airports, a little complicated to navigate, but not terrible. London Stansted, I adore it. It's not everyone's favourite airport, but I find it really, really good layout. London Heathrow, pretty good. Been through terminals 3, 4 and 5. 2, 3 and 5. Not been through 4 yet, but can't complain. Luton, has its good days, has its bad days. Not my favourite, not the worst. London Gatwick, not a favourite. Not the worst, but when it comes to delays, Gatwick's not good. Inverness, it's alright. George Best Belfast City, I actually quite like it a lot. Small airport, easy to navigate. Alderney, tiny. Barra, tiny. Collinsey, tiny. Guernsey, tiny. Isla, tiny. Oban, tiny. Stornoway, tiny. Edinburgh, that was pretty good actually. Can't complain about Edinburgh. Durham Tees Valley, actually I quite like that one. Not bad airports from the north. Southampton, pretty good airports, easy to navigate. Belfast International, Aldergrove, good airport, not easiest to get to in the world. Cardiff International flew with Eastern Airways, yeah, that's the Gesture 41. Actually, good airport, that, can't complain. Shoreham, very classic building, Art Deco style, 1930s, loved it. St Mary's on Alderney, it's basically like a shed, so you just walk through and you're out in the airport. Leeds Bradford. Leeds Bradford's only time I've basically been frisk search at airports. That was not the most enjoyable way through. Except for the top of the descent. So it needs to be in technical glide slope at 6,700. So set the altitude 6,700. So 6 passengers and what's about to land, I guess. Ladies and gentlemen, updates from the flight deck. We're just about to set top of the descent and shall be landing in around 25 minutes into our destination. We have enjoyed the flight so far. If any questions, speak to the crew again as we start preparing the aircraft for our landing. If you need to use toilets, please do so now as we will be locking them in preparation for the arrival shortly. Once again, we thank you for flying with FlySafair and we hope you enjoy the rest of this flight so far. I'm going to the cabin, kill the dome lights now so I don't really need any lighting in the cockpits. And aircraft should just, there you go. And now descend. Once across the altitude again, are we going on the ground? What do you mean cross the altitude, sorry? We'll have that the speed, I guess. Sorry, what do you mean by cross the altitude? I've missed that one. 140 knots. It's 5. That should be fine. There's no there's no LUP that I'm seeing yet in Flight Sim. Yes, not yet. Right. Leeds Bradford, yeah, that was alright airport, but MCP attitude. Oh, sorry. I said 6,700. No, I went to 3 there. Good spot. Good spot. Right, the aircraft's on descend now. Step back to manage speed. The aircraft measure altitude and speed and rate of descent. Keep an eye on this indicator here on the right hand side. Just telling me that we're about 30 feet off the where we should be right now, which is pretty much bang on. Yeah, so far so good. The DLR's detects the airport now 98 miles away from Lanseria. I guess. Right, we'll go through the rest of the airports quickly and we'll focus on the approach. So Leeds Bradford, average airports, not great security. London City airports, they don't have alright airport, customer service not existent. Land's End, actually quite enjoyed that airport, very good building, crew there pretty good. Manchester, did arrive Manchester, signing's not great, but it's an alright airport. Eleftherios Venizelos, Athens International Airport, actually quite liked it, pretty good building. Limnos, Greece, pretty good, very tight security. Venice, Marco Polo, pretty good airport, liked it. Milan, Bergamo, busy but good. Catania, alright airports. Linate, Midlands, pretty good. Milan, actually, Linate is pretty good, very tight at airports, but close to the centre. Milan, Penza's pretty good, can't complain. Napoli, alright airports, not bad. The destination itself, though, sea is not good. Amsterdam, Schiphol, I liked it. Oslo, I spent way too many at the modelling shop at Oslo. It's in Amsterdam. Oslo Gardermoen, I quite like it. Rzeszów, nice little terminal, rebuilt in 2012. Warszawa Shopping, Warsaw Shopping, pretty good. Lublin, tiny little airport, but does its job. Belgrade Nikola Tesla, actually quite liked the terminal, quite build that. Stockholm Skavsta, tiny little build airport, not served by Ryanair, they moved over to Stockholm Arlanda now, which is a shame, but not a shame at the same time. Well, that airport's now at risk of closure because Ryanair taking pretty much all their business away. No one else operates there, I'm afraid. Tunis Carthage, lovely building. Jerbazazis, again, alright airport, can't complain. And finally, Tuzla Nefta, by far the, well, I got stopped at 3 occasions with people tending to stop filming, so I thought much out of that one. Right, let's check your Discord, Gary. Let's see what you have sent me. I might just do one more thing. Just leave it on that for now. Cool, let's have a look, Gary. What have you sent me? Using flaps 30 for approach today. Flaps 30, 140 knots. Right, so on the descent, no, 0 altitude, 0 feet off at the moment, so actually bang on the what's called that. California, bloody warm where you are, 36 centigrade. God, that is warm. How do you actually so fast? Click and hold, sort of shaker. I discovered that myself today, just to let you know. But yeah, click and hold, and it just zooms through the numbers. Careful say about Leeds. It's not true. Half my followers do live in Leeds, apparently. So they're either in Leeds or Bristol, pretty much, or Tunisia, as I found out. So half my views are from, well, yeah, 3rd from Tunisia, 3rd from Leeds, 3rd from Bristol. Tuka, you finished by any chance? I'll make an assumption based on that username. If not, so definitely say Nordic somewhere. Bad Passengers appreciates the landing after the attack close to E, not having to worry about customs. True, very true. Thumbs up from Holly, very good. Right, less than 80 miles to go now, 71 miles on the DME. So far so good. See, actually bang on the altitude, bang on the heading. Whew, lots of airports. Took flights from Paris, Charles de Gaulle to Helsinki, I presume, HK. Yes, I presume you are finished then. Mitakulu. I mean, and for Somaya, don't you worry. So flying from where I've lost you again now. So Paris, Charles de Gaulle to Helsinki, Nibben Paris Port, what's this overall? Very good. Yes, finish, keep it up, what's you're doing? Well, I'm going to, let's say, I'm going to Tampere on July 1st. I'm going to see a few friends out there I've not seen in a couple of years. Tampere, off to Lanseria, and then Lanseria to Helsinki, and then Helsinki back to London. 6 days I'll be there for. See the glow of Johannesburg in front of us. Yeah, outskirts of the city now. Tunisia's not in Europe, just the orange. But like I said, I'm hoping to do America in September, so hopefully get Charles de Gaulle or Newark off the list. Most likely Newark, because it's cheapest to do in 747. We should do that. Cheapest in 747 with Lufthansa, although JFK fly British Airways. It's not a bad shirt, this, the work uniform. It's a combo between an office standard shirt and a flannel shirt. It's quite something. Is that light I see? Whoops. Is that light I see over there? It's not another aeroplane. No, it's a star, apparently. Is that a star? I don't know. It looks almost too bright to be a star. 2 stars, maybe. No, there should be no one around me. Yeah, it's quite airspace. I've seen it's just 2 stars that just happen to be quite close together and actually visible. How many stars out tonight? News altitude. Should you purchase Phoenix 320 and what do you expect from it? I like Phoenix 320. If you use a Microsoft Flight Sim as your main flight sim, then definitely worth the purchase. What to expect, just a very good simulation. The only bit that's tedious is make sure you have the launcher running before you load the flight sim. So make sure you have that ready to go when you want it. But like I say, it's a very good airplane. I really enjoyed the Phoenix. I do enjoy it a lot. Right, where do I want to vacate the runway? Landing with 07 side. Trying to aim for Alpha 2. So we'll figure out the approach calculation on this. Go to the... Does not do calculations for approach. Maybe not. Okay, well, braking level 2 we'll use for landing today. The wing view that right now in your Discord with the Sunflare looks amazing from the Superfly. Let's have a look, see. Oh yeah, no, that's. Oh, the reflection as well. That is gorgeous. Yeah, that is beautiful. Really is. Trust me, Superfly. Gary's probably the best person you're going to want for compliments with that line. What inside already? No, it can't be. Oh, it might be. No, it's not. Not the right way heading. What is that? Just visible then. That is. Krugersdorp. Level for an hour and a half now, 1 hour and 30 minutes, 40 seconds. Seatbelts getting set, it's straight in, good. So, seatbelts on. What's the pick line on speed on the PFD?
Please return to your seat as the
TFA Gary, that's probably one for you to explain. So I presume it's kind of like this is where the speed should kind of be at the aircraft will adjust the speed and descent rates, just keep it within that region. But you'd be the best one to explain it. So my guess would be it's like a general speeds hold where it sets right now to hold at 264, but it won't make too much adverse reaction if it's kind of within that pink region. But again, all the experts. Cabin crew, 10 minutes to landing, 10 minutes.
We have begun our final descent into Johannesburg. Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin to collect any trash one final time. Please ensure tray tables are stowed and seats are in the full upright position. Please also store any carry-on items either in the seat back pocket or under the seat in front of you.
Cabin dims? Yes, you can dim the cabin, I guess. I'll go to custom, visual, passengers not available, that's fine. You do lighting up the cabin. Yeah, that's cabin crew's job, not my job, but we'll do it anyway. Where's it done again? Some audio, where it drips the visual effects. Maybe not. Not focused landing now. Right, so approaching 10,000 feet. We'll set the altimeter now to 1013. We've already got that set up on the standbys for everything. Altimeter set. We're a little bit above now, well, 38 feet above where it should be right now, it's not a problem. Yeah, let's get off into land, I guess. Got 30 miles to go, 30 miles. Welcome, Rickles, how you doing? Benefit of taking off from Unicom, no requirement for ATC takeoff clearance. Nah, so far so good. Right, passing through 12,000. Can you remember when you was in traffic for 3 hours and lost an engine? Funny you should say that, Josh. We actually talked about that flight a couple of hours ago. It was during the Dublin event on IVAO, where we flew from Gatwick to Dublin, thinking, oh no, it could be short little flights, nothing too busy, nothing too major. Next thing you know, we're midway through a cruise, about 400 aircraft were inbound, and we found ourselves in holding patterns for the next 2 hours. That was not what I was for. Great flight though, really enjoyed that one. Right, passing well, power pressure 10,000 feet, 10 lights come on, low lights just come on. I'm also going to check the cabin lights. FMS. General config, in there low. I'm sure it's on the visual effects, but I must be wrong. Whatever, it's not the end of the world. Okay, passengers, your lights stay on. Well, airport's in sight. That's the runway. Slightly below the glide slope, but nothing too out of place. We'll get a bit closer to the airport, so we'll then make sure that we get ourselves onto the localizer. We're here from there, I guess. On the ground, is it on the ground surface? Ah, cabin lights. Take off and landing. Don't like the green lights. I like the sleep. That's more like it. Cool, cheers. So now it's the localizer now, so it's already on the approach path pretty much. Times drop. Get the aircraft come down. Increase speed 250, not need to slow down too much just yet. Let's go down to 230. Just set those down slightly more as well. We are below the glide slope, not by much. We'll be able to activate it as soon as we get that. Do you ever just like forget what AT says and then get told off as you're on live network? I don't get told off very much, but every so often I do forget. Yeah, I don't really get, especially on IVAO, I'll never see too many people get told off because they make small errors. If it's a big error, then you just get walloped quietly and just quietly removed and hidden away. But no, I don't really get too many arguments on the network. Some 3,000. Some spoilers out, so we're a little bit at this point. There you go, spoilers down. That should level off at 0 quite quickly. Perfect. Laps 1, 2, 5. G speeds to 200 knots. Vertical times now dropping, so it gets off to the approach mode very shortly, onto the localizer, and then bring the aircraft into land. As we explain, we don't have requirements for the manual replay. Right, now it's established. Whereby no AT today, she's there. You get some, you don't get some, not the end of the world. Right, let's 10 minutes. Right. View speeds to 0 knots. That's 10. Gear down. From the approach speed, 140 plus 5, 145.
Gears down, 3 greens.
Gear down 3 greens. Spoilers we will arm. View speed now to 0 knots. That's 15, that's 25, and flaps 30. Right, 145 and approaching sets. Cabin crew, take seats for landing, please. Max capacity 738s, Holly, 189 passengers plus 4 crew, plus 4 cabin crew plus 2 pilots. Well, actually jump seat as well, so 3 pilots if you need it. So 189 plus 4 plus 3. 196. Take manual throttle. Did you see the runway? I hope so. Nice bright one in front of us. Like the flash effects of the landing lights, that's quite nice. Looks quite the X-Fates under control.
Approaching minimums. 400. 300.
Please continue.
200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Reverse sets. Not so sure about that, I must admit. 80 knots.
80 knots.
60 knots for fastest cuts. Needs the brakes. Yeah, vacates left at Alpha 2.
The local time is 10:21.
Was it minus 600 was that?
Currently about 6 degrees
I
Celsius.
don't know. I don't normally disagree with landing rates, but that did not feel like a minus 600 to me. We'll have a look at the replay mode later, but
Sign is turned off.
I don't often disagree with landing rates. On this occasion, I do disagree with landing rates. Check Volanta and
We thank you for flying with us.
PACX2. Get to the left. Keep all the landing lights and the flashy strobes. Taxi lights active. APU can start. Transponder comes off. Now, wish the taxi lights illuminated. Make my life a whole lot easier. There's the tunnel to our left, so tunnel to the left. So we'll look at the replay of that landing. If you want to see it from the passenger perspective too, do stick around for that. So now it's a vacated, taxi to the runway, make a left hand turn, and let's go over to the terminal. Flight time total about 1 hour and 42 minutes. So we landed about 3 minutes ahead of schedule today. It's minus 600, check the vertical speed. Fair enough. No complaints, I've got a slipped disc. I'm sure FlySafair will give you minor compensation. A £5 in-flight voucher. The extra for these guys. Let's see, if it was a 600, I'll take it. I'll double check my engine a bit as well. Maybe I idled throttles a bit too early there, but it didn't seem that bad. I'll take into account the runway curvature as well. We'll see from the passenger perspective. That'll be the big judge. Strobes come off. Anti-collision lights stay on for now. So taxi down Alpha. Sorry, down taxi down Papa. Sorry, nose Alpha. Do make a right on to Sierra. Be it. I don't quite understand the chart set, so we have to look there. No, I'm sure I've been this there before. Yeah, this one looks like awkward entry point. We'll go in via Sierra up ahead, so that's just much easier for me. As I say, any lane you can walk away from is a good one. True, very true. And my grandpa told me that very saying many years ago before he passed. He was an engineer on Concorde with landing gear systems. Group flights, they will return at some point, Diego. I must admit, I haven't done them in a little while, but if people already want them, on my Discord you're like, hey Drawyah, do group flights, then I won't say no to them, that's for sure. If people want them, we'll provide. That being said, I think most of my group flights now are the IVAO, XU, quiz night group flights. Those are always superb to take part in. Especially the quizzes. That last one, pretty much made for me. There, can't complain about the last quiz. I'm hoping I can make the next one. Problem is, some of my work late turns, so if I get the day of annual leave, I'll take it. If not, I might miss out on that one. Should be a hard shame. Yeah, Dan made it for you. So I can't even deny, it really was just the perfect questions for me. I can't even deny that fact. Oh, where am I going? Oh, I'm going down uniform. Okay, screw it, Charlie 3. We're going to a remote stand. We decided we're going to stay here overnight to swim the remote stand. There you go. I've made a decision on behalf of the airline because I have no idea where I was going. Sorry, Terminal. Sorry, passenger, I have to bus you in now because I got lost. Pretty much. Right. Hold the brakes. Parking brake. Sets, APU beads on, AP generators on, engines off, oops, sorry, packs off. There we have it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Johannesburg. Lanseria. Flight time today was around 1 hour and 40 minutes. temperature outside at a nice and cool and then 3 centigrade. Thank you for flying FlySafair. We hope you have a safe journey, and we hope to see you again in the very near future. Thank you for flying with us today. I've got the ground service on to the aeroplane now, so ground services, set chocks, connect the GPU, get the ground power on, APU bleed off, APU off, open up SAM, and get our passengers to disembark. So arrival, again I keep forgetting to play the snake game, it's an airborne, snake, that's Farlard, that's fine, SAM time is not activated. Oh, sorry, fine, that's fine. Right, so currently going to use stairs, and hopefully that should mean everything will connect to the airplane automatically and disembark all our passengers. Taxi lights will come off before I forget. Yeah, here comes the stairs. Should be a few buses also being up to the airplane. Actually, good parking job there. Might be a bit of a hit and miss, but obviously not. So let passengers disembark the airplane. Just got signs to turn off from there and there. Again, the PACX is dynamic to your seatbelt requirements as well. Passengers won't disembark until you basically give them permission to disembark. Here come the buses. Yeah, overall, not bad that. Busting the floor. It's not on the floor. That's just the. It's a well, okay, a little bit on the floor, but it's a low floor bus. That's just kind of how they designed these Archive Bus 300s. So passengers disembarking. We'll go through the end of flight reports on PACX. So menu end of flights. FlySafair 316, 73800 from Cape Town to Lanseria. 1 hour 39 flight time, plan departure 1945, passing 942, plan arrival 25, land 22, 1 2 for 8 passengers, satisfaction 90%, landing rate of 695, plus time 156, yeah, hard landing. See what the passengers have to say about that, but for now, I'm going to flight reports in more detail. Feel free to do so by the link I'm about to drop. Hopefully GSX will sort that out for us, Juice. 3 model passengers would be fantastic in MSFS, I don't even deny that for a second. Right, this is from IVAO. Thank you for the quiet flight tonight. Finish on Volanta. No need to record a replay because it does that automatically. So if I get Sam just to fast check everything, close all the doors, I guess. So that will close. Passengers move away. Stairs will move away. Everything will clear up quite quickly. Click on reset. If it disappears, doors will close, and then we are ready to do a replay. So, let's do this, shall we?
20,
The replay menu.
2500.
We're in replay mode. Where's the little bar at the top that tells you, or lets you then move the replay? Okay, are there any keys that make it appear? Keyboard, replay. Play reverse, fast. Okay, I guess we have to do that then. Yeah, try Control R. See, I did all that. Okay, fair enough. Right. Okay, reverse, fast. Which keys are I not using this sim? This is science division. Okay, we'll change that. Actually, no, I'll do that. I don't use this. I use the pass, fast, reverse, play, fast, forward. Need to replay it like that. Not like the menu didn't appear for me. The little slider tool I normally get in the X-Men replays should have appeared there. Now I can't press play either, can I? There is before the last one. It's really annoying. Why is it not working? It's not hidden, is it? Developer. going to reverse it now. Replay mode. No, should just appear. We didn't have buttons for, so play fast reverse and then just play forward normal, I guess, will just be that one. Okay, bear with us, we have to rewind the replay, the landing, and then we'll just go from there, I guess. No, like normal play, yeah. How do you enable it? Because I can't figure out how to enable it, that's my problem. Right, there you go. Landing from the left-hand passenger side. Top control visibility in the menu. Hang on. Oh, that was even fast. In settings, one up from the enable option. On off. Oh, okay, that works. Okay, so just do that then. Nope, not appearing for me. What's R? That was replay. Nope, doesn't work anyway. Okay, fair enough. I have to do that all again. I mean, that is odd. It should just appear. Unless. Oh my god, this is tiny now. Unless it's because. Nope. Not working, I'm afraid. I'll check it when I finish stream today. I'll check it out. Maybe just got an issue with flight sim and there's no updates. No, that was minus 800. See, that seemed a bit harsh. My landing rate there. Go back to the landing again. So wait for the sim to catch up with the replay. I'll figure out what the issue is there. Maybe I've got an issue with my settings or something. Very peculiar. Right, go on an airplane. Beep. Beep, beep, this vehicle is reversing. Beep, 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 this vehicle is reversing. I've never had that problem as well, got land discs. Oh, Volanta, how are you? Yeah, it's not one I've ever had before personally. Just peculiar, very peculiar. Go on the airplane, do your magic, stick us a short final. Maybe a little bit fast here. We're doing 155 knots, so we're a little bit fast. I wouldn't say it was necessarily a horrible touchdown. Okay, maybe it was a little harsh. It's fast. A little harsh.
25, 20, 10. 20.
I was doing minus 500 on the vertical speed indicator. Behind landing gear. It does look a bit sped up. I do agree. This does look a bit sped up. Don't think we're going 150, but What? Give me a minute. Should we just play normal? Play slow forward. Just give that a go. How does that look in comparison? No, that is slow motion. I don't know. It wasn't the best landing ever, but I don't think it was particularly that bad. I think the replay's just being harsh on us today, I think. Or it was just really, See, look how fast that is. That surely not. There's no way we. So this is apparently normal speed. I disagree. I disagree. This is normal speed. This is definitely fast. There is no way that's 30 knots. There is no way this is 20 knots. you are right, that was sped up. Problem is, when you use the UI bigger, you see it. There is no way you're telling me that that's play at normal speed. Never, never, ever, ever. Sometimes we get really too fast or really too slow. I'll have to. Wish the menu would work properly. That would be really helpful. Oh well. On that note, I guess no work and replay. We'll have to bring things to an end. So yeah, LevelUp 77800 from well, LevelUp. That was FlySafair colours from Cape Town to Lanseria. That was X-Plane. Again, I do love this platform, a bit underrated on occasion, but I do like it a lot. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did, do subscribe if it's ready. Thank you very much for watching. I shall see you soon again for some more flights in action. Take care, thank you for watching guys, and I'll see you soon. Have a good night and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye bye. Drywall signing out.